You are listening to the Beaverton, North America's trusted source of news.
This week on the Beaverton, the Canadian federal election enters its fourth week, leaving all Canadians saying, thank God the playoffs just started. Trump cabinet member Pete Hegseth has been caught up in yet another signal scandal, but in his defense, you try being Secretary of Defense after 6 gin and tonics. This week, Pope Francis passed away after ignoring his fellow cardinals' warnings not to eat all of his Easter chocolate in one day. That's right, it's time for the news, but jokes. It's the Beaverton Weekly Report for April 23rd, 2025. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got so much to talk about and zero global trade meltdowns. New ones, that is, no new ones. You listening at home might be wondering where Luke is. Being a very good dad, Luke is at home looking after two very sick little kiddos. I'm kidding, he's watching the Leafs playoffs. I'm Ian MacIntyre. I'll be hosting tonight. I am joined by two of our all-star panelists, one of whom is definitely going to be the new Pope. It is Nile Seguin and Clare Blackwood.
Is it going to be me or you?
You for sure.
Oh, no.
I mean, come on. Oh, this is a good question.
That is a solid question.
What's going to happen first, black or female Pope?
Oh, neither. It's never going to happen.
They'll burn the religion down first. They'll torch it.
They'll just shut it down like consumers distributing did.
If we can't have it, no one can. I don't think it was possible to burn a religion, but they did it somehow.
Oh, no. The Catholic Church loves burning things. Trust me. Usually witches, but, you know, they'll do it for themselves if need be. Also, joining us this week, we have a very, very special guest who traveled very far to be here. She is an award-winning co-creator of the From Superheroes Network, as well as a host of Talk from Superheroes. She is also the author of the fantastic new book, Sex Lives of Superheroes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's McCallum.
Hi. I burnt down the Vatican.
Oh, man. Oh,
Congratulations.
That's where I traveled from.
And I would have gotten away with it.
If you got immediately
If I
exposing
hadn't
me.
admitted it.
I told you that in confidence, off air.
Sorry, you're right.
Brought it up immediately.
Back to ones, everybody. Back to ones.
You said burn down the Vatican, and in my mind, I was like, oh, yeah, that news story from a few years ago. And then I remembered it was Notre Dame, and all of my Catholic relatives are so mad right now.
Well, now they are. Again, why are we talking about our crimes? Even your thought crimes.
Wait, did you burn down Notre Dame too?
Puts away Notre Dame plane ticket. No.
Oh, no. They just reopened it. She's like, I can't have this.
They have their own airport.
I will
very
not
small.
admit I don't know what city it is.
What?
France?
Paris.
I nailed it.
They have the famous hunchback. Come on.
I would like a plane ticket to Notre Dame with just me and my kerosene carry-on, please. Did you mean Paris? Yes.
Great at crimes, guys. Great at crimes.
Hiding in plain sight. I mean, wow.
Look at that face.
The
No one would
nice thing
suspect
about
that.
being a comedian, what are they going to do? I'm like, oh, these are jokes. They're not real.
I don't think you know how law works, but okay. That's fine.
Standing in front of the smoking crater at the Vatican. She's like, I was joking.
Jokes.
Extradite me, Notre Dame.
Yes, us Catholics have great senses of humor. We love jokes.
Or you could do what all those horrible people do. It's like, it's satire. And they have no idea what satire means. They just think it's being a dick.
Yep.
Yeah, unless satire is being said by a little goat man with two horns, I don't buy it. I've already gotten this off the rails. Bring back Luke. Hashtag bring back Luke.
I know who I'm voting for in this election. Luke.
Well, that's
The guy who destroyed democracy? Or, what? No.
I'm so glad we're never letting go of that. We're never letting Luke forget about that.
No.
He definitely destroyed democracy. Hey, speaking of democracy, we are in the final stretch of this campaign, everybody.
Very good segue.
Turns out in the federal election campaign this weekend, there was record-breaking early turnout. There was over 7.3 million people who voted, some of whom I think are at this table.
I did early voting, yes.
I did early voting because I am a nerd.
The only ounce of like real huzzah patriotism I ever get is voting on the day. So I like to vote on the day for every election.
Gotcha.
So I'll see them on the 28th.
There was
Not
just
a
a
confident
nanosecond
number.
where you were like, I'll see you on the... God damn it, what day's that?
The day that happens
You
on.
have to know. You have to know. It's important.
Niall, you're also...
I haven't, I'll get around to it. What day were we? I'll get around. I'll throw it in
Advanced
the...
voting is over, man.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
yeah, I finished up yesterday.
God damn
So
it.
you got a regular vote now.
Ah.
With lines and all
I'll
that
see
junk.
you on 28th.
Nice.
Dates and figures aren't really our thing here at the Beaverton. So, out of curiosity, who do you all think all this advanced voting is going to help? Is it going to help Polyev? Is it going to help Carney?
It's going to help my anxiety.
Okay.
Damn.
I think I learned from early voting, and this actually genuinely happened. I learned that you cannot tell how anyone's going to vote ever, because we went to early voting, and our voting place is in like a weird field. We couldn't find the building. There were signs.
Okay, I'm going to need you to elaborate on this weird field.
Our voting place was at the Upper Canada College, and they have like 18 different sports fields. No, seriously, there's two different football fields.
Murder?
You voted in a field? Yeah, you know, they burn your little paper. That's how it works, right?
I'm not positive you voted in the election, Diana. This might have been a Wicker Man scenario.
I voted.
They tell you thanks for coming out pinko, and they burn your thing and then leave you alone, right?
They release a hive of bees.
I voted in a building surrounded by fields.
Okay.
And several other buildings that hid the building.
Okay. Gotcha.
But there was a woman who couldn't find it either, and she was like, "Do you guys know where it is?" And we're following the signs. And she seemed very lovely. She was very nice, and she was just like, "We're trying to find voting together." And she said, "It's the most important election of our lifetime. It's important to vote." We're like, "It is. They all feel important, but this one is very important." And then she was a line ahead of me, and she went to vote ahead of me. And then she came out and she had her ballot inside out. I was not trying to see how this woman voted. She had it inside out. She even told the person, she's like, "I think I folded it wrong." So without trying, I saw how this woman voted, and it was for the People's Party of Canada.
Wow.
In the most important election of her life, as she declared it.
Wow.
I just don't, I can't track what anybody's doing for any reason.
The Beaverton is ready to call the election right now. Maxime Bernier is the next Prime Minister of Canada.
I know one vote for sure that happened, and it's for him.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I need my vote too, which was not for him.
Some real wild cards voting here in Toronto. Okay, that's good.
Toronto is a choice, too.
Yeah, right?
Do you think she understood the ballot?
They're like, it's for the people.
Right?
I'm people.
I'm people.
I like Canada. It says Canada.
That was smart
I'm
of them.
Canadian.
But
It's a party.
Maybe she thought this
Every word worked for
I like
her.
all three of these things. Great. It's really smart branding, actually.
Yeah.
Anyone else think someone other than Maxime Bernier is going to benefit huge off of this advanced voting?
Does that affect, I mean, okay, this is very ignorant on my part. And it's, to be fair, I'm very ignorant. But like,
You're in the right place.
I wouldn't change my vote if I voted early or late. I'm probably going to vote the same way. Like, I don't understand. Is there a quantum physics thing where it's like if you vote earlier in time?
I wonder if people who want to strategic vote but don't know that those sites are available to them where you can plug in your postal code and it'll say you don't need to strategic vote, or you do, and here's what your vote is for. I wonder if they kind of go like, "Oh man, Liberals are surging ahead in the polls. That's great," and that'll affect maybe their strategic vote, because I think that's a solid question, because I really don't pay attention to polls for the most part. Like
I can't understand them.
they're complicated and everyone is different, and so I wonder if it's like, I don't know.
I mean, I get the polls, but even like the exit. Like the polls are, after the last presidential election, I can't so PTSD at the polls.
Like
That's
if
fair.
you really wanted to vote NDP, but you weren't sure, and then it came out that it's like, wow, so many people are voting for the Liberals, you might think like,
Sure.
cool,
Yeah.
I feel safer
Sure.
now. I'm going to vote for the NDP, which is
Right.
vote for whoever you want, But I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with.
The only thing I really am pretty sure about is I think higher turnout usually means more of a left swing in like the results.
Really?
So a high early turnout means a high later turnout, a high overall turnout, because it means more young people are voting.
Really?
At the same time, though, they are saying that a lot of young people are starting to lean right in this election.
I hate that.
I don't like that at all.
I
No.
want to believe in the youth.
Yep. It's true.
Yeah, same here. I want to think I'm still one of the youth. I'm definitely not still one of the youth. No. I'll tell you who is not happy about voting right now at the moment are conservative voters, some of whom are getting very upset that they are not being given pens to vote with. There are a lot of reports coming in of conservative voters and influencers specifically telling them, oh, if you're not voting with a pen, they're going to erase it on you. They're going to change it. They're going to erase out your vote, and they're going to write in the NDP or
It's just like,
Kamala Harris or something like that.
it's so baffling to me. Like, Judy from Loblaws, who's taking a day out of her schedule to like volunteer at a poll, is going to sit there and is a secret liberal agent who's going to sit there and like take all the votes in a race. She doesn't give a fuck. She's just doing her job. Like, this is so stupid. It's such conservative U.S. style brain rot.
It's like, okay, I'm pretty sure we've all been in writers' rooms, done some sort of writing. It's so frustrating when it's like, I'm offended as a writer because your conspiracy theory doesn't make sense. Like, at least have a notes call. This makes no sense. So the plot is the liberals, because it's going to be liberals, of course, are going to go through every ballot, erase the conservative ones.
Without anyone seeing.
And they're going to bang this out in what, like an hour? It's so unhinged. Like, why wouldn't they just be like, oh, you know what? No one voted. Like, just lie. That's a conspiracy theory. It's way more efficient. Oh, my God.
It's a conspiracy theory of people who have never actually erased anything with an eraser.
Like those sheep erasers that you get from Dollarama that just make a bigger mess.
Like literally any eraser, there's an indent in the paper. We can see that there was something there before. It's never complete. Like it's clearly.
It's so great.
Yeah, and also like exactly what you said though. If someone is like, I work at the voting place and I'm gonna fix the votes. You don't have to change the paper ballot. You put a different answer in the computer.
Yeah. And honestly, like, if
it says conservative, you type in liberal. That's how you do it.
And if some party that I hated managed to pull off that specific conspiracy theory, I'd be like, you've earned it. You've earned it. Like, you want it way more than anyone else. You erased all of vaya con Dios.
It is a very Canadian conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? Like the U.S. has, in the last election, it was like, people are stealing voting booths. The communists are doing it from the inside. Dead
fraud.
People are voting. Yeah. And we're just like, oh, yeah, no, bud, I'm sorry. I'm just going to erase this real quick. Don't worry about it. Just going to steal the election. No, nothing you can do about it. Like,
I think this conspiracy is brought to us by Big Pen.
By the shadowy conglomerate at BIC.
I think BIC is like, you know who you can trust?
Now that makes sense. That is a conspiracy that makes so much goddamn sense. Pens have been eating it with like phones. I'm not using notepads anymore.
Oh, my handwriting nowadays is trash.
Oh yeah, this is that. Let's get a team on that.
Not using pens on crosswords?
I bet you if you follow the money, some blogger got paid by some shell corporation that's owned by BIC. I swear to God.
I love, guys, we are creating a conspiracy
We are a podcast.
No, we're gonna be.
Yeah, we did it!
Guys, we're gonna be dead in 48 hours. We can't. Are you kidding? We're fucking around with Big Pen.
We're too close to the truth.
We have pens stuck out of our brains while we're sleeping.
I can't go back to Notre Dame. I just can't.
All right, now you and I are writing this movie about a dumbass podcaster who comes up with a conspiracy that's too close to the truth and gets chased down by the BIC corporation.
That's actually a really solid idea for a movie. Maybe not the pen thing, but...
All right, guys, we're shutting down the podcast and going to write this screenplay. Goodbye.
I don't know. There's that one scene in Jason Bourne where he kills the guy with the pen. It can do that over and over again.
But the Joker killed a guy with a pencil. So where are we? I don't know.
Damn. I don't know.
Now I'm just curious, like, what other parts of the voting process do you think are befuddling the conservatives? Do you think what else are they this mad about?
I like to think that they're confused by the voter registration cards, like, getting sent to them, because they're like, how do they know where I live?
Oh my God.
They're watching me.
They are collecting your data. They were able to find where I live.
They know too much about me already. Next thing, they're going to know my vaccination records and stuff.
Just burning your ID.
I do not comply.
I like the idea that they just watch a lot of Survivor and they think they're supposed to vote for who they want out.
Like they're voting one off.
Yeah, like I would like to start a misinformation campaign and be like, well, yeah, you got to vote Carney because then they'll kick him out.
The tribal council will have spoken and he'll have to leave the country.
Do a little reverse-a-roo.
It's got a lot of good diabolical ideas. That's two really feasible ideas in a short period of time where I'm like for a nanosecond, I was like, could I? No.
Could I convince a conservative to vote for Carney this week?
Diana, this cold that you've got today lowered your voice an octave, and suddenly you're evil Diana, and I am here for it.
This is Diana's innie. She's
she
like,
wants
listen.
out.
I would say that begs the question, who is Canada's Jeff Probst?
Oh, it's Ben Mulroney, isn't it? It's Ben Mulroney.
Or Chrystia Freeland back for revenge. That's kind of...
I think technically it's just the Governor General, but I could be wrong about that. I also don't know how parliaments work. but I'm good at conspiracy.
That's okay. Most Canadians don't.
Yeah, Ben Mulroney's got enough Botox in his face to rival Jeff Probst. That's true.
Absolutely.
Fuck you, Ben.
Just drive-by sideswipes at other media figures here on this podcast. Come to the podcast for the hard-hitting
Catching strays.
slams at other
No, not poor Ben.
Canadian
Not
media
poor Ben.
figures.
All right, fair enough.
Can't believe you hosted Canadian Idol.
Well, speaking of, oh my God, he did host Canadian Idol. I forgot about that. And now we're coming back to Canada. Speaking of media and media figures, there were debates last week. Did everyone watch a bunch of debates?
Oh, hell yeah, I watched the English debate. I had a fantastic time.
Oh wow, yes, I saw your blue skeet thread.
Yeah.
Skeet thread.
We
I
had a
don't know
good
what they
time.
call them.
Yeah, Skeets.
Skeets, that's it. We had 2 debates last week, and all of the most interesting stuff happened behind the scenes of the debates. They were very Canadian, very boring debates, and it was chaos off the screen. First off, the French language debate, that was the first one, got moved for a Habs hockey game. It was an important game. It was whether or not they were going to get in the playoffs, which is a fact I had to have explained to me phonetically by Luke.
Oh my God.
I want to know, what are even more stereotypically Canadian things that we could move a debate for?
The Charlatan biannual maple syrup orgy.
It's a very sticky orgy.
Biannual.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, is that every 2 years or twice a year? You'll never
Better
know.
be twice a year. I don't know why I looked at you, Ian. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm from out east. We all know about it. It's an island. It's like our Fire Island. Just out there, Prince Edward Island. You go out there, it's crazy.
It stays on PEI.
What happens on PEI?
Stays in
It was
PEI.
crazier before the bridge when you were really trapped. Now that there's like an easy way off the island, it's like, all right.
Yeah, because back then you would have to like leave the island on the boat, and then you're just stuck with all the people that you just railed all night.
Yeah, until the next boat in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. It was an awkward ferry ride.
Just a point of clarification. You're stuck with them all night, or you're stuck with the people that you railed all night? Like, were you railing all night, or?
Good question. Maybe the boat's just as crazy. I don't know.
I was just confused. She's like, what?
I am confused by that distinction, but that's okay.
Like you're hanging out with them all night?
Yes.
Never mind. Let's just move on.
Okay.
We're gonna cut this. This is gonna be on the edit floor, right? Diana?
There's too much
Diana
happening
knows.
at the
Knows
Anna
some
Green
people.
game. I don't have a conspiracy theory for this one, so except probably Big Bick made the bridge.
Oh, definitely, yes.
I have to say when I heard this, I dislocated my shoulder because we fell from our moral high ground looking down at the Americans. We pushed our election, our fucking debate for a hockey game. Let's just not do this.
Yeah.
We're not taking this seriously.
We're not serious people right
We're
now.
not serious people. This is embarrassing. That's like one of those stories where I'm like, please don't let this escape the borders. Please don't let any other country know about this story.
Yeah, if
And
Trump-
you think we want to become America, USA? We will push our debates for hockey.
we can't let them know about this, though. You're right. Trump would make fun of us so bad.
Yeah.
It was one of the few times he'd be right, too. So one of the other crazy things that happened at this debate, obviously, Rebel Media, our friends over at Rebel Media, the mean us, they got accredited somehow for 5 journalists. 5 journalists from their organization so that they could ask gotcha questions after the French debate. And then they acted like such jerks during the English debate that the whole scrum afterwards got canceled. And my question for you guys is, what the fuck? How did this happen? What was happening?
I think Pierre just slipped the debate commission a good old Violet Desmond.
That's
let him in.
a $5 bill?
10.
There you go.
He's
knew
not
that for
cheap.
sure.
He's got tens coming out of his pockets.
Yeah.
He's got Desmond money. Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
My theory is that it was a just for laughs gag that went way too far. They were like, wouldn't it be funny? We'll give like 1 press pass, and they like photocopied it 5 times probably, and no one checked if those were 5 different press passes.
My only problem with this is that I don't like that it's just one side. Like if we're going to have the crazy right wing people get accredited, then we have to have the crazy left wing. Like I want like a fucking like a pansexual yoga instructor fresh from Burning Man, like an LED angel wing still on his back, just grilling Polyev. Why didn't you come to our convoy? It was also anti-vax, but that's not the point. Like,
It was all bikes, but yeah.
It was an all bikes fucking EV convoy. Like, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. If we're gonna have crazy, let's have the entire spectrum of crazy. That's the I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Pitching.
I like that you found a farther left than us because I'm like, I don't want to go.
Yeah, but we're not
I wanted
crazy.
to go.
We need crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
We need crazy.
That's true. Because, like, all of the questions, like, the questions were, what are your foreign policies going to be? How are you going to deal with Trump? What are your environmental issues? And then Rebel Media's goons just showed up and they're like, if you were a gender, what gender would you be and why? And it's like, that's so...
Oh boy, they said gender.
Yes.
Edgy.
God.
Living up to that rebel title.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
And it just got it canceled. They got the second one canceled. They're like that kid in the class who's the reason that the class can't have pets anymore in school.
Well, they say that behavior does start young.
Yes.
What the fuck? Wait, first of all, you guys had pets in your schools?
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
I think we had like a turtle or something.
Yeah.
It has to be a hardy animal.
Yes. An animal that can take a lot of punishment and be unfazed by it.
Like it's got a shell for a reason.
No more gerbils.
Nothing that might die mid-class. Long lifespan also necessary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The kids can't see it die.
No, bad.
Well, except for that one kid, apparently.
Who's seen too much.
Just watch that light go out.
So in the actual debates, because actual debates happen, I keep forgetting that actual debates took place.
Yeah.
One of the biggest takeaways, Jagmeet Singh talked over everybody the whole time, which was actually pretty fun because apparently some people are speculating that he deliberately talked over Pierre Poilievre so that he couldn't harvest TikTok sound bites. Which I think is the best use of shouting I've ever heard.
I love that. It's not like Poilievre was saying anything worth hearing. Like, let's be honest, he wasn't giving you real policy, and like the intricacies of it, right? So I love Jagmeet everybody was talking over everybody, but Jagmeet was specifically going hard. And I was like, you know what? This man knows his party's going to lose. He's just being sassy and angry. And I'm like, absolutely, my man, go off.
Is that what's been missing from Jagmeet's performance this whole time? Is sass?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I watched a version of him that I'm like, for all his faults, and he does have them, and I'm really hoping that he's no longer going to be the party leader. I was like, this is what we're missing. We're missing meanness coming from the other side, but it's at least informed, empathetic meanness.
Yeah, it's not name calling, it's like sabotage.
Yes. And it's being like, I'm angry at you for all of the shitty things that you do, and here's why, and I'm going to tell you to your face that your numbers don't make any sense, and you don't know what you're talking about, and et cetera, et cetera. I loved it.
I like how tapped into the youth it is, because there is also a trend, if you don't want someone to film you, you either play Taylor Swift or Disney music, because those clips get pulled immediately.
So amazing.
And
Love
I feel like he
it.
learned from it feels like the most online of anybody.
Is that why he kept singing Bad Blood?
Probably. For two different reasons, yes.
Yeah.
Thematically on point, and so Taylor will be like, we got to get that pulled. That's the next reason the debates were canceled. It wasn't the hockey game.
I stepped in. Like, there's two things that can cancel a Canadian debate. It's a hockey game and Disney, which is
And
just
Taylor
so sinister.
Swift.
And Taylor-
I mean,
Taylor
she
Swift,
shut down
just like, knock it
Toronto
off.
for a whole weekend.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
true.
So
That's true.
she's got the power.
Oh my God.
I like to think that she got a taste for it after weighing in on the American debates and was like, I'm following all the debates now. Canada, Germany, Liechtenstein, let's do this.
I wouldn't put it past her.
No.
She's very powerful.
I like, you know what? I like your version, the version of where it looks like he knows what he's doing and he's not just snapping, because I kind of feel if I was in his place, I would be like, how am I losing?
He's been on
and
a
I
bit
would
of a,
start yelling.
He's been on a hamster wheel for long enough that it would drive you a
Yeah.
little insane, right?
Yeah.
Just in the same place for years and years and years.
It's why would you, when it becomes so clear at this point,
Yeah.
so clear that you're losing, you can't play not to lose anymore. You have to play to win. If I'm him, like he's shredded, right? I'm showing up like in a tight shirt, like really tight fucking full displayed guns so that these guys look as old as they are.
Yes.
And then I'm getting the cuck vote. I don't know, I'm doing something.
No,
Press a button.
You got to get the Trudeau hole that's
New
left.
slogan.
totally worked.
Yeah.
Jagmeet Singh for the cuck vote.
Let's get some buttons.
If he did that, I bet you people would be like, he's got some good ideas. Like it would just be like
If you
a
vote for
Jedi
me,
mind
I'll
trick.
fuck your wife.
I like that you think that's the only people in Canada who appreciate shirtless men is exclusively cucks.
Not exclusively. I'm saying, okay, sorry, I meant he would start with the cuck vote. And then once you get momentum,
Your way out.
Yes.
They would tell their friends.
you just nothing.
They're cuck friends, yeah.
Nothing succeeds like success. You get a win, and then you get momentum. And
The
people are
cuck
like,
friends tell their non-cuck friends. And they're like, oh man.
the cuck friends tell their guests when they come over to hang out, and then they tell their friends, and then all of a sudden, you got a stew going.
then the NDP get a majority.
I could see that. I think we're all secretly a nation of freaks. It would be like the second Orange Crush, just like the silent Orange Crush.
Orange Crush, that's a category on Pornhub for sure.
Oh yeah.
2011, right? With the Orange Crush? No?
What?
I don't know what you're
2011?
talking
It was
2011, yeah, with Clayton.
Orange
Yeah,
Wave.
okay.
Orange Wave, wasn't
Oh, I thought it was the Orange Crush.
it? It might be.
That's a drink.
I hope it
is
was
a
named
drink.
after the pop.
No, that's because
too. I love that
when the
pop. Oh,
NDP
it's a
great
did
pop.
well
Yeah.
a few
They
elections
named it
ago,
that?
they
Alright.
called it either the Orange
Oh.
Wave or the Orange Crush. I'm pretty sure they called it Orange Crush, whatever.
No, that's Donald Trump porn. We don't want that.
Boo.
So he's ruined Orange?
Yes.
Like, that is...
No, that's fair.
For
that is a
now, for
specter.
now.
He's ruined Orange like Hitler ruined tiny
Well,
mustaches.
he ruined red ball caps for sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't wear a red ball cap anymore. It sucks.
Yeah.
So other people at debate, everyone was coming for Carney. And I love how Carney was the only person not yelling. He just acted like a chill manager at a board meeting.
Yeah. He was just surrounded by students who were throwing spitballs at him, and he's just this economics professor being like, "Can I please just answer the question? Can I please just give you a fiscal genuine response to your question?" And no, I can't. Okay, and then he just sat there, like he just stood there quietly.
I don't know. Do Canadians want normcore right now? Is that what we're looking for?
Yes, it is.
I crave the norm core.
Right now, like there is not a single other election in recent memory that I could have gone, thank God a white male banker.
I know, it's never the dream, right?
No. But this is the one election where that is to his advantage.
I love not having to hear about politics, and that's what my favorite thing about it. Well, like, yes, please, just be a normal man.
Whoa. That's a lot to unpack. Anyways, we're just going to move on.
You know what I mean? It's not
You know what I mean. Don't make it
blasted
weird.
at you.
Anyways.
He is the normalist man, though. Like, that guy is beating Al Gore for the normal vote, for sure.
Yeah. For good and for bad.
Oh, we'll have plenty of time to unpack that in the
Yes,
coming
indeed.
years.
Just that sweet oatmeal beige.
Yeah.
Just like right down the middle.
So, I mean, I want to know, like, obviously the Canadian debates are boring by design. How could we zhuzh these up? How could we liven these things up? Come on.
I got 2 words for you, Ian.
Shoot.
Shot callers.
And you say plural, so on all of them, right?
Absolutely. We have this. It has to be equitable. No, you go over time, you get zapped. You tell like an actual provable lie, you get zapped. You don't answer the question and just pontificate with your slogans, you get zapped.
Can I yes and that?
Yes.
You know how I don't know if they have these anymore, which is a sinister thing to say, but I think it was dogs. There used to be a dog collar that would spray water into your face when you bark.
Oh, that's much more fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
used to be
much
a
more
thing.
fun than
so
shot
just,
collars.
Just
yeah.
this constant spray, but either or, I like it.
I don't know. I
Just
like the
Pierre
shock.
Poilievre's just dripping down like his face.
Can we combine the shock and the
seconds.
water so
I
the
mean-
shock gets more intense?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Ooh, we got Jigsaw over here. Jesus.
I do like the idea of the intensity, right? Because then it's you can tell the lie, but the number's going
Yes.
up. They have the board, but right beside the time board, they have the next shock, the voltage of the next shock of
So
your
if
next
Pierre
lie.
Poilievre gets in, I want this even more.
Yeah, I'm picturing that machine that steals the life from Wesley and Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Sucks the life out of you, and it goes up to 50.
Yeah. That would change. Every candidate now going forward would have to be in amazing shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just
So-
be
Just a bunch of jag meats.
Jag meat?
It would be all jag meat all the time.
Trudeau's like, I'm back, baby. Planks. We've done it.
I like it. I was going to say swimsuit competition, but I think that's better.
I think we've all arrived at a similar place here.
I went on a actually completely different angle. I was going on a wholesome angle. I think the dog from Hudson and Rex should do a vibe check.
Oh.
He gets to go on stage, all 4 of them, and be like, pick my favorite.
For any of our
Pierre in
international,
the crotch. Sorry, what?
I was just saying, for any of our international listeners, Hudson and Rex is a television show here in Canada about a dog who is a cop, and it is beloved.
Yeah.
The German Shepherd.
German
Beautiful
Shepherd?
German Shepherd.
It's a beautiful
exactly.
German Shepherd. It's set in St. John's, not Newfoundland. It's insane.
And I love to think that it's a longtime sequel to The Littlest Hobo.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he finally found a job, you know?
As a cop.
To be clear,
A cab, this dog is so cute.
100%. It makes sense. Like he was one of those like security guards who was just like, I'm going to be a cop one day. And now he is. I like that not St. John's is the part that's the stumbling block for you, not the dog cop. Just the fact that it's like, it's not St. John's. That's crazy.
Yeah, I will believe some things. I believe a dog can be a cop. I don't believe you can have a St. John's not in Newfoundland.
I do like that, though. I do like that general, like that, like every debate, there's a surprise where you have to act like a human being. Right? Like a dog comes out or a puppy, and you have to respond like a person, and we all get to watch. Because, like, know, a lot of them would be like, I enjoy dogs. And then they would just drop in the polls because you'd be like, you're
You can
not
tell.
one of
But
us.
it has to
Your
be an
eyes
animal
didn't
that they're
light
not-
up with joy
Yeah.
when the dog entered the room.
Yeah. Or we watch you have a beer with someone.
It has to be an
fucking-
unexpected animal, though. It has to be like a pig in a top hat.
Every time it's something different. Every
Yeah.
time it's
Yeah,
a new.
right,
It's a
right.
new. You can't like be ready for it.
Sidney
Right.
Crosby comes out. It's like, do you like hockey? And we find out by the look in their face.
Oh no, I would fail that test.
You're not running for prime minister. That's true. It's fine.
Not of this country, anyway.
Not that I know of.
Turning our attention down south, there's a country down there still, apparently. They haven't destroyed it yet. Apparently, Canadian travel to the U.S. is declining a bunch immediately. Yeah, who would have thought? They're saying Canadian travel to the United States is already down 70% since Trump's tariff war started. Canadian businesses are telling Canadian travelers to bring burner phones.
Who are we, Jason Bourne?
With our Bic pens.
Forget the burner phones. Bring a pen because you're gonna have to fight your way out.
They're not going to take your pen.
Things are always on the up and up when burner phones are involved, right? That's the sign of-
Totally.
Big burner phone loves this. Like, who's even got burner phones anymore?
I know. Who can afford
Where do I
them?
get one?
I have no idea.
Wait, I think you can get. You can get.
Oh, Nile knows about burner phones.
Yeah. Well, I burned down the cathedral.
Hey, no, you didn't.
I took credit for your work.
My word.
There's more than
Men.
one cathedral, guys.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Another man taking credit for a
what's it?
woman's.
SIM card.
Yeah.
You can just get another SIM card. Yeah. Isn't that a burner phone?
That sounds real.
But I don't think it deletes all of your pictures and all that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah, but
And all of
but don't they
my
just
pictures
check
of
out
me
your
flipping off Trump Tower.
Yeah, they're just gonna go through your social media. You don't keep your
Right.
your social media on your
Oh, they're going to go through that?
photo album.
I have to go
assuming,
delete a
right?
lot of stuff.
Well, SIM card also doesn't replace your social media.
I know that. Wait,
Oh.
what?
What?
Okay, anyways, maybe not. Well, wait, then what's a burner phone?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were just talking about like replacing a SIM card.
Yeah, wait, does that not have the same effect as a burner phone? Does that not
No.
turn your phone into a burner
I used
phone?
a SIM card when I was in the States in January, and I had full access to all my social media, stuff like that. It basically gets
But if
you a
you-
new phone number, and it allows you to...
Okay, right, sorry, but I meant like, oh yeah, you'd have to delete all your apps.
You have
Yeah.
to delete everything. It doesn't... Yeah.
Oh, we figured it out, so you're welcome, travelers.
You got to get a burner phone.
Gotta get a burner phone.
I thought a burner phone was one of those like $10 phones
is.
that you get at a 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is definitely not going to look suspicious at customs.
Right this way, sir.
Yeah, you with the Nokia 300 go on through here.
25 years old.
That's dusty and you're just taking it out of a plastic
I'm
blister
sure you
package.
have nothing to hide. You and your burner phone.
Listen, at this point, I don't want to victim blame, but I'm about to victim blame. If you're going to the States and you get sent to Central America and you wanted to go to Disney World, come on, man. Like, come on.
I know.
Come on. You knew.
I have friends who are still going to the States, and like, I hope nothing bad happens to them. I really do. But I just want to shake them and be like, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
Well, that brings us to a good question. What are some Canadian alternatives to famous U.S. tourist destinations? What do we got here that would be better than the bullshit they got down there?
Listen. Who wants to experience the magic and whimsy and chaos of Times Square when you can get screamed "believe" at in Yonge and Dundas Square in Toronto? That's all I'm saying.
I thought you were going to pitch the Maple Orgy.
Oh, that would be a good call.
That goes without
Yeah.
saying.
The pitch has been made. It's in the back of everyone's head. They're all thinking about it still.
We're organizing the live podcast tour around it. It'll be great.
So sweet, so slippery.
So sticky.
Yeah.
It sticks with you.
We got a slogan. I like it.
Yeah.
If you like the Grand Canyon, you're going to love the Rockies. It's like the upside down.
The inverse.
The
completely.
inverse. Oh, wow. It's like a big hole, but up.
It's concave, convex, whatever.
That's it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, one of those.
Sure.
Okay, what about instead of the Big Apple, visit the Apple's nemesis, Bob's Worm and Bait Shop, just outside of Peggy's Cove.
Hey, as a Nova Scotian, I have to stand up for Bob's Worm and Bait
There
Shop.
you go.
They have excellent pancakes.
Oh, don't ask what's in them.
No, don't ask at all.
It's worms. I just said it. Now I'm going to get murdered by Big Worm. My God, we are just burning bridges.
No sponsorships on the Beaverton podcast whatsoever.
We lost
It's
our-
really tough times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why go visit New Orleans, the Big Easy, when you can see the Big Nickel in Sudbury? It's much better.
There you go.
Just that one thing.
Just that one thing.
And then you get to go home.
Or just
Yeah.
Montreal.
Who
if
likes
you-
jazz or drinking in parades?
Oh, I do.
Well, go to Montreal in the summer.
That's true.
It's, if you want to be drunk somewhere French, that's there you go.
Fair enough.
If you want to be drunk somewhere English, if you want I think a Canadian Las Vegas, I like the exhibition that travels through Eastern Canada, which has carnival rides and a shady casino where the dealers can't even count very well. I used to work there.
There's one thing some of our listeners may not know about Diana. She's had a lot of jobs, including apparently burning down the Notre Dame Cathedral, but she was a casino dealer at one
I
point.
was briefly a casino dealer for one summer at the exhibition.
And
yes.
the cathedral was that wasn't a job. That was just a hobby.
For the love of the game.
Yeah, that was love.
for
No
sure.
one paid me for that.
Okay, gotcha.
But I got paid for the blackjack.
The casino job was to pay for the trip to the to the cathedral.
Covered my expenses, my kerosene.
I think we can all say we've got better stuff here in Canada, maybe, kind of, almost. It's
I mean, you're
got
not
stuff.
going to
We've
get
got- okay, we've got
deported
stuff.
to El Salvador,
Yeah.
and I think that's what
Also,
matters.
why don't you just go visit El Salvador if you want to go there that badly? Like, what? Just go. It's not.
Cut out the middleman.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
just
really, though-
freestyle. It'll save you time and money,
no,
probably.
it won't, because the other way, you get to go to the States for a bit and then a free trip to El Salvador.
like a twofer.
But wait, isn't the trip you're paying for the trip to the U.S.?
Yeah, but I assume they're like weird when you try to leave, aren't they?
They're not going to let you go to Disney World first.
I mean, you go through customs at the Pearson Airport. What are they going to do?
Okay, that's true. That would be hilarious to get extraordinary rendition out of Pierce.
If ICE is at Pearson Airport, that's crazy.
Things have gone a little further than we thought.
Yeah, don't fly from anywhere else.
Also, a rumor has it that there's an entire world. We
Whoa.
can just go visit
Beyond the
other
States?
places. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Don't quote me on it. It's something I read on a blog.
That's crazy.
Sounds fake.
Yeah.
Well,
Utter bullshit.
well, one place in the
Sounds like
States.
big world. to
Sounds
me.
like big world. Who got to you?
Big world throwing their money around. One place in the States really is making a hard push. Apparently, in California, Governor Gavin Newsom has launched a campaign to ask Canadians to come down and visit. And my only question for this is this a trap?
It's just, I don't think it's a trap. I think it's so tone deaf. He was like, hey, Canadians, don't let the tariffs ruin your beach plans. And I'm like, I'm not worried about my beach plans, Kevin, unless we're talking about the beaches in El Salvador. But I don't think they let you go to them when you're in torture prison.
And I don't have a joke for this. Can we all agree that entire video seemed so sinister and like so very much a trap? It looked like just like an SNL sketch, like, come on down. We're so far from Washington. You couldn't have made it creepier. It was the opposite of what he wanted to do.
We'll give you wine.
It's like, I would have thought of it if you hadn't said. I would have like, maybe California, but now you're like, come on down.
Like there's an
No,
ICE agent with a big butterfly net just off camera and Gavin Newsom's shooing him away.
Yeah, does he think the borders don't work the same if he's far from them? Like, you still have to cross the border to get to faraway California.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you bury a make a tunnel.
Oh yeah,
if he's
gonna fashion a tunnel, then
And
maybe.
Oregon,
Yeah.
don't forget.
Yeah, Washington, Oregon, just right up. Whoop. Then maybe.
I mean, well,
Maybe.
then I'd be sold on a closer state. Then I'm like, shorter tunnel, please.
Yeah, yeah. But just the idea that people are afraid to go to the States, like don't want to go to the States because of tariffs instead of deportation.
It's insane.
It's insane.
Does he not listen to the news?
Apparently not.
Well, he has his own podcast, which is a direct competitor to ours. And apparently he got inspired to do it because his son loves Charlie Kirk. Yeah, Gavin Newsom.
Jesus.
We're really finding out how he was dating Kimberly Guilfoyle for a long time. This guy's got some evil conservative vibes just underneath the suit of a California governor.
Oh, no. Now I'm just picturing him going, the beach is yet to come. Sorry, I had to. I will never forget her doing that.
Okay, sorry. I didn't even get the reference you were making. I was just laughing to be polite. Now I remember it, and that was insane.
Wow.
I feel like that's a post-podcast thought.
What an honest man.
No, but now I remember it, and you were right to make that joke. That's amazing.
we were talking-
Kimberly Guilfoyle is fully nuts.
We were talking earlier about like how I'm the only one who holds back, and now I'm starting to believe it. I feel like everyone here just goes full in.
Hey, Diana killed a guy.
It's fair.
Yeah, I don't really hold a lot of
I'm never going to trust you laughing at my jokes ever again.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what actually would tempt you all to travel down to the United States? What would get you to take that risk? Roll them El Salvador dice.
I mean, if we annex them, like that's the only way at this point.
The way their economy's going, it could happen.
Can I go while wearing like a giant bungee cord that can pull me back into Canada at any moment? Whee! I'm back.
Like when the kids go into the Upside Down in Stranger Things. So we just
Exactly
yank
my
you back
thought.
through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like a parachute with a high-powered catapult that I could drive around, and then I just pull the switch, and I just
Oh, like the Folsom Skyhook, kind of like
yeah.
Canada will come and get you.
yeah.
Oh, the thing from The Dark Knight
The thing
where
from
he
The
got
Dark
yanked
Knight.
out
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
plane.
yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so
I love that.
Canada implements a Folsom Skyhook policy
I love it.
to remove Canadians, and they'll get you in El Salvador. They'll come get you.
But
Just guys getting yanked out of that prison left, right, and center.
nothing could tempt me to go to the States at this point. Like nothing. Anything that would tempt me or would try to tempt me, it would just go the opposite. It's like Newsom with his like, it'll make this 100% a trap now. There's nothing.
I think it would have to be something as dramatic as like Nick Fury calling the Avengers, except it's Bernie Sanders telling me that he's putting together a team to kill J.D. Vance. I might answer that call.
You've stepped into a world that's much bigger than you realize.
Where the 1%, the 99% can get together
I think
and kill J.D.
You're doing the
Vance.
hands wrong. It's like this. You're doing this. He's like, and a little more sort of jowl in it. You got to put a jowl. Oh, he's like Admiral Akbar. It's a trap! It's a trap!
Oh shit! It's still a trap.
It's still a trap!
Oh no.
Damn it! It's still a trap.
It's always a trap. It's always a trap.
Okay, well, I think it is time to move on to the quiz, everybody.
Yay.
Hooray.
This is going very well. Thank you all for being so funny.
Am I in?
I don't actually think it's going very well. I thought, sorry, are we just not sharing our random thoughts? I feel like this is mid. All right, here we
I
go.
feel wildly unintelligent on this podcast, but all right.
Oh, no. You're doing fantastic.
No,
and,
you're
and slightly
intelligent. You're
sinister.
like me. You're just uninformed.
I'll take that. I will take that straight to the mind bank.
All right, we're going to be moving on to the quiz here in a couple of minutes, but before we do, thank you very much for listening to our podcast. We are going to ask you to like and subscribe. If you can, please, podcast avenue of choice, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, if you're nasty. Please leave a review, rate us nicely. We would very much appreciate it. It helps the podcast a great deal. And if you're feeling especially generous with your time and or funds, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/thebeaverton. If you want to get cool bonuses, things to do with the website, and the little bit of extra part of the podcast that we cut out for being too funny. It's a little bit longer on the Patreon. It's great. And with that business all out of the way, it is now time for the approximately 10-minute long quiz.
It's the approximately 10-minute long quiz. Brought to you by Time.
All right, it is time for the approximately 10-minute long quiz. This is a quiz where I'm going to be asking you guys all questions about real news stories, and you'll give your answers, and I think there's points involved. I don't know, I usually zone out when Luke explains this part, but we're going to get through it. All right, so for our first question, what famous American fast food restaurant is opening its first locations in Mexico with an aim to expand into Latin America?
I think I know this, so I'm going to go last.
Oh, no.
Okay, I just said it doesn't matter because it's just been deported to El Salvador.
I just really hope it's Taco Bell. I just
That
pray.
was going to be my answer. I think it is.
don't really
I think it is. I think, okay, I don't know where I got this. I was reading this. They've tried twice. Once they were like, hey, it's Mexican, but different. And they were like, fuck off.
Right, rightly so.
Or
Mexico built the wall just so they didn't have to get
No Taco Bell,
in there.
no.
I'm disappointed that my Duolingo, all my Duolingo didn't give me the word fuck off in Spanish. Anyways, they said whatever Mexican fuck off is. And then they came in and said, they tried it a second time and they were like, this is American food. Huh? And again, the Mexican people were like, no,
Fuck off.
really fuck off though.
Yeah, Taco Bell was like, run for the border, and Mexico was like, please don't. Well, you guys are actually closer than you think. It is Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Chipotle, the classy Taco Bell, is going to try and open up in Mexico.
Please let that be their slogan. Classy Taco Bell.
We'll make you shit yourself, but it's not going to be for a couple hours later.
Not as explosively as Taco Bell.
But explosive flavor. Actually, it's super mild. This makes me angry for Mexico.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I feel like most of the jokes that were made a minute ago are still quite applicable to Chipotle.
Yeah.
I find that the blandest Mexican food that's ever existed.
I agree.
I've never had it, so yes. Also bland.
I can't remember if I had it, which means it's ultra bland. I'm like, have I? I think maybe.
But to be fair, I also only get Taco Bell for like the cheese stuff. I'm like, yeah, put more cheese on things.
You get Taco Bell.
Not for years, but like when I did as a kid, I just remember being like, there's cheese on these. And sometimes there's a Cool Ranch Dorito in the taco.
They started releasing Baja Blast into the wild, and I was like, I'm never coming back.
No longer exclusive.
No longer exclusive.
Yeah.
Actually, the best thing that I ever got at Taco Bell was in the 12th grade when Phantom Menace came out. They had all the Phantom Menace promotions. And my friend Brent demanded that we go and help him steal a giant 8-foot-tall poster that was outside of the restaurant of Boss Nass from the Phantom Menace. Remember the big Gungan guy who was like, "Brrr," and stuff? Anyway, that's what Taco Bell thought would sell tacos.
That's insane.
So we went there in the dark of night.
Not even the main Gungan from the movie. The secondary Gungan.
Maybe they couldn't get the rights. They're like, okay, then what can we afford for this amount?
Chipotle had Jar Jar.
Chipotle had Jar Jar.
We don't got Jar Jar money. We got Boss Nass money.
Chipotle, I mean, Jar Jar is the classy Boss Nass.
He's a classy guy.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's some news. I'm going to give each of you guys a half a point because you basically got Chipotle.
Yeah.
It more or less counts. Okay, our next question. In Beijing, what unusual group of competitors took part in a half marathon race?
People who don't talk about running marathons all the time. Hashtag not all marathon runners, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of marathon runners here at this table.
I'm doing
probably
a
the
half
only
in
not.
October, and I like to announce it like a fucking prat.
I'd like to applaud you for never bringing it up before.
You've only, yeah.
Huge restraint.
Thank you.
I mean, this one's talking about burning cathedrals all the time. We get it. You're insane.
Wow.
Hire me to play Harley Quinn. I think the people who just ran a half marathon were people who had also just run a full marathon.
Whoa.
No one told
Nice
them
one.
at the end. You have to
That's the thing. That's
do
the
it
answer.
again.
I just said Chinese turtles.
Oh, because turtles are slow.
Yeah. Yeah, just Chinese turtles.
That'd be pretty cute, actually.
Thank you.
Really adorable. I kind of want to see that now.
Right?
What about ghosts? How do you feel about ghosts?
Oh, Chinese ghosts would be amazing.
Any ghost. You can just fly in.
Ghosts from around the world.
Yeah, Canadian ghosts can do it.
Okay, fair enough. No points on this one because the answer is horrifying robots.
Oh, no!
I'm showing everyone a picture of this right now. It's terrifying. Robots are coming to run our marathons for us.
God damn it.
Why and how can I get one to run my half marathon for me?
You might.
That's what people run this in my place.
Yes.
This is how we get Terminators.
Seriously, why are they
Training
doing
them.
this?
They're working
run
on their
like us.
cardio. They're improving their cardio every day.
And the robots never shut up about it. They never shut up about running this marathon. They're like 1-0-1-0-1-1-1 about how fast they ran.
Run.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear? I almost shit myself at mile 24.
Do they have like nipples that bleed?
That's extra.
Oh no, I hadn't heard about that part.
Oh,
You hadn't heard about that part?
No.
Tape your nipples.
Huge
What?
part
I don't
of
even
it.
run.
God.
I don't even run marathons. I know that.
Oh no,
I mean, unless comedy movies and TV shows have been lying to me.
never.
You know what? That's just a big marathon lie. Don't believe that. Who got
God.
big marathon?
So according to this, the bipedal robots of various makes and sizes navigated the 21-kilometer course supported by teams of human navigators, operators, and engineers.
Okay.
And also there was a divider separating the robots from the human course.
For now.
Until they figure it out.
Oh, yeah, they're climbing that for sure.
Trans women can't run, but robots. Cool.
Okay, wait. So who won? The robots, right?
Apparently a lot of the robots fell down. But then they started putting these human faces on the robots. Another picture, another terrifying human mask. Please Google this if you have not seen it.
Don't like that.
Yeah, it's the face of an attractive young woman, and I shudder to
Who you
think what
want
this
to help.
robot is going to be used for after the race.
Oh no.
Everything about this is wrong. Shut it down.
They haven't answered my question as to why.
Yeah, I thought the robots were supposed to run our factories, not run our marathons.
Yeah.
All right, our next question. Embattled U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth fired back at reports that he had included his wife and lawyer in yet another Signal group chat detailing the battle plans. At what unexpected location did he confront reporters?
A half marathon in Beijing.
Another Signal group chat.
Okay, yes, he
would
just
be pretty
looped
cool.
them all in and blasted it all out.
being really uncool. That would have been so great.
I feel very attacked right now.
Also, if you're in Yemen, maybe get out.
Yeah, also the Houthis.
The unexpected location, an actual press conference at Four Seasons Total Landscaping.
Oh my God, that would be the funniest thing he could do right now, because he's absolutely going to get fired this week.
Yes.
Is he?
Yes, they're looking for his replacement right now.
Supposedly.
And Four
How are they
Seasons
gonna
Total
find a-
Landscaping is open for any press conference you want to have there.
Hey, they handled themselves well last
They
time.
really did.
They
Oh, they
really
killed
stepped
it.
up.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that story is that there's like a dildo store right across the
Yes.
street.
Yes.
Yes.
Just to make it classier.
It's like the Chipotle of press conferences.
Well, again, 0 points on this one because the actual location where he angrily confronted reporters to shoot down reports that he had done anything wrong was at the White House Easter egg roll. There were a bunch of children, including his own children, right behind him, finding Easter eggs, and an actual guy in an Easter egg or Easter bunny costume, while Pete Hegseth shouted at reporters. Well, he was clearly half in the bag.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. The text
It all makes sense now.
I wasn't. I either was not aware or forgot that he had problems with the boozy booze.
Yeah.
Because I was.
He
like,
forgets it a lot,
why-
too.
Yeah.
Why would you? And then you throw that in. I'm like, all right, okay. So he's just.
text chain doesn't sound so bad now.
No, it's pretty good, actually.
His kids didn't read it.
He's holding it together okay.
Yeah.
Actually, some people pointed out that yesterday his sideburns were cut very uneven.
Oh, yeah, he had one sideburn, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one long one up. They even out to a real sideburn, but yeah.
That man is spiraling. I can't wait for him to be gone.
That's what you want to do with someone with substance abuse issues. Just put them in a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine.
In charge of a nuclear
Make
arsenal,
him,
right?
Make him
Yeah.
promise not to drink when he's on the job.
Oh, yeah. Let's
and then
just-
throw him in there.
Flawless.
All right, we got just a couple more headline questions here. I'm going to read out a headline with a blank in it. You're going to fill in the blank. UK court convicts men who stole $6 million gold. What? A gold item? What gold item?
I also know this one from a different show. Wait, I didn't know the first one, but I think I know this one. So
I'll say bidet.
Okay, coming out strong with bidet. All
I'm
right.
going to say they stole 6 million gold from the UK, because if it was stolen from another country, they could just have it.
Fair enough.
I heard toilet.
Okay, I was almost
toilet.
going to give the point to Claire, but you did cinch it with toilet. It was a $6 million gold toilet.
Did the toilet have a bidet?
I don't
They
know.
could both
Good
be
question.
correct.
Let's get in on this.
If I have a
yeah.
$6 million toilet, it better have a bidet.
That's true.
Oh, it probably has a bidet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
It
say you're both
better.
right.
It is a functional toilet. It was built as an art installation. People were invited to come to, was it the Guggenheim in New York or something like that? They were invited to come and relieve themselves in this toilet.
No.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
I'm weirdly into it, yeah.
I feel like it's some sort of, yeah, I don't know. It's like a statement. Suck on this, rich people.
Exactly. But then it was bought by some rich people just to be their toilet.
Yeah.
And then all the fun got taken out of it.
That's another one of those kind of like, you don't want to blame the victim, but also.
You put a $6 million
$6 million
toilet. Yeah.
You can afford to replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No tears. No tears.
No.
Yeah, they didn't have just like 5.5 million. Like soon we can afford the toilet.
Saving up for that gold toilet.
Script and save, darling.
Just a few more shifts at the casino.
Yeah.
And then we'll have toilet money.
All right, and we have our last headline here. A man and a woman in Michigan finally set their relation status to dating after getting trapped together in what?
A loveless marriage.
Wow, okay, Niall.
Whoa.
Really,
I'm just, what? Huh?
I'm getting married in 4 days.
Well, don't get trapped in a loveless marriage.
That's you know what? Fair. Not
Yeah.
doing that.
I think you got that one covered. I think it's
You?
It seemed like it was aimed at marriage.
Wow.
I think they were trapped together in Pete Hegseth's text chain about battle plans.
It's hard to get out of. He keeps re-adding you.
He keeps adding me again.
Keep changing my email. I don't know where
And
he
they just
gets my
started chatting. Like, how do we get out of this text chain?
I'm going to say they decided to say that they were dating after they got trapped in a black hole.
Ooh.
Jesus.
You're going to be there forever. You're going to be on the event horizon just getting spaghettified. Why not date?
I mean, based off that, I want to make a real guess. Is those people trapped in space?
Oh, that would be amazing if it was those two astronauts trapped in space.
But
These
they're
are
home
fun.
now. Yeah.
Are they home now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They
great.
brought them home finally.
That's good. That's
A year later than they were supposed to be.
No points on this one because the man and the woman in Michigan were trapped in quicksand. It's real.
Whoa!
People get trapped in quicksand sometimes.
I knew it.
Right?
Yes.
No, it's an absolute thing. They were
Yeah.
They were two friends, and they were walking along the beach together, and they both got trapped in quicksand, and they both called 911. And apparently, it was the first time they referred to each other on 911 as boyfriend and girlfriend, and looked at each other and were like, oh, "We did it."
Wow, this sounds like an actual episode of 911, the TV show I love.
That's adorable.
It doesn't sound real. I bet it's going to be on next season.
I think it would have been, the only way that would have been better is if one of them was like, we're girlfriend and boyfriend. The other one's like, I don't want to put a label on it. It's like, well, we're going to die? Really?
And then the first one just digs themselves into the quicksand.
Slowly pushes the other person's head.
Well, death for me.
I'll see
The
myself
paramedics are like, please call him your boyfriend. Please, he's sinking so fast. She's like, you can't make me. That's pressure.
All right. Well, after that thrilling approximately 10-minute news quiz, the winner is Niall. Very cool. All right, Niall, you get the honor of first plug at the end of the show here.
Ooh, okay. I've got two podcasts. Well, two other podcasts, I guess. Comedians and Dungeons Getting Dragons, where I play Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of comics. It's hilarious, and we play badly. And then I have my own podcast, Total Annihilation, which is a good news podcast where I prove that the world is not actually on fire.
It's a good news podcast and a good podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very good. Diana, do you have anything you would like to plug?
Yes, I am the co-host of Talk from Superheroes on the From Superheroes Network. Me and my partner Andrew Ivamy review superhero movies and TV shows, and it's very fun. Ian MacIntyre has been on many times. I think Niall's been on once. We should have you on more. Maybe twice. No, twice, I think.
Yeah, I've been on twice.
I think you've been on twice now.
Also a very good podcast. Also, that just reminded me, I did not keep up Luke's streak of mentioning Blade 2 at least once in every episode of the podcast. Blade 2 is very good. Ron Perlman is underrated. Anyway.
Wait, hold on. Do you want to tell us what you're going to burn next? Or?
No, I'm going to keep it a surprise.
Okay, fair. Sorry, Claire, I stopped on it.
All right, Claire, bring us home. What do you have to plug?
Well, I'm going to be starring in Blade 2. No.
Get Blade 1 made.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say you can find me on Blue Sky at Claire Blackwood and on YouTube at It's Claire Blackwood.
Excellent. Yeah. Both true things. All right, that is it for the Beaverton podcast. Thank you very much for listening. And if you haven't done it already, vote. Go vote. It's very fun and worth your time. Woo. And it's happening Monday, I want to say. I don't know. Look it up.
Vote,
all right.
Vote.
The Beaverton Weekly Report is produced by Andrew Rivamy in partnership with the From Superheroes Network. Visit FromSuperheroes.com to hear more great podcasts like this.